Hi everybody, Dr. Sia here. I'm about to talk to you about whether money can actually make you happier in life according to psychological science. I really look forward to it. It's a topic that's often raised among me and people I know. You might call them my friends. I think people I know. Anyway, among me and my friends. So you might find it interesting as well. It's something to drop next time you're having a dinner with your friends. So anybody want to talk about money and happiness? And you might find it interesting. Hopefully you learn something. Let's get started. So, does money make you happy? Look, this is one of the, I think, age-old questions that the humans have always had since the dawn of time. Does having things make us happy? Like, do we get happier because of possessions that we have? Do we get happier because of having big castles and fancy cars and big pools and being able to wear the latest brand clothes? And does that actually make you happier as a person? Now, for a lot of you, and a lot of you out there who are really spiritual and believe that perhaps money doesn't make you happy, you might be a little bit disappointed about what I'm about to say. But if you stay tuned, you'll find that maybe in the end, you'll hear that it wasn't such a bad story after all. Because, to be honest, the answer is yes. Yes, there you go. It's final. It's done. Might as well turn off the video right now. Money does make you happier. That's end of story. Or is it? No, it's not end of story. There's a lot more to that story there, because we have to look at what is happiness and what do people report. So there was this huge study that was done that asked people, what makes them happy in life, right? So this is subjectively people reporting subjectively what makes them happier in life. And what the study did find was that yes, money, possessions, what you own, that fancy bling bling stuff, that fancy castle, that fancy pool, those fancy jewelries do make you happier. All right. But one thing that we like to ask as psychologists is, how much does it matter? Right? So we don't just ask, does it, as in like a yes and no question, but then we're curious and we ask, well, how much? Well, if you look here, right, this is, if we imagine that what you have here to my right is your total happiness, right? So this circle here represents your complete happiness. All of the happiness that you have in your life is right here. We call this a pie chart. So let's take a look at this pie chart. And at the moment, everything that you see is blue. So this blueness here is all of your happiness, all right? Now let's take a look and see how much of this happiness is actually because of money, wealth, possessions, and so on and so forth. All right, let's have a look. There you go. That's how much. So yes is the answer. It does affect your happiness. But this is 10%. 10% of your happiness is explained by money, by possessions, by things you have. Now think about that. Like, think about 10% being all it matters. Now weigh that against everything you do every day to get more money, to get more cash, to get better income. How many of your decisions are there so that you can earn more? And I'm not talking about earning a living here. I'm not talking about earning a living. We all have to earn a living. We need shelter. We need food. We need a bed, right? We need some clothes to wear. I don't know if we all need beds. I don't want to offend people who sleep on the floor. I just realized, wait a second. I had back pain last night. I slept on the floor. I don't need a bed. Anyway, let's not get technical. You know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is I understand that we all need money to some extent, but when we look at how much it affects your happiness, only 10% of your happiness is explained by what you own, right? But weigh that against how much time you spend every day trying to get more green, more dollars, right? More money. And think about how much more time we could be spending and you could be spending on the other things that make us happy in life, right? On the other things that we could be doing in life to make us happy. And they are a lot of things. And so one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be running a series here where I'll be talking about what apart from money can make us happy and what you can do today to start getting involved in your own happiness. You see, a long time ago, post-Aristotle, this philosopher who talked about the good life, some other fella in the 1900s named William James came and said, you know what, I think that happiness is something that we can create. And so ever since, and very slowly, psychologists have been more and more interested in how we can create our own happiness. Not just by getting money, but by other things that we can do, daily activities that we can engage in to increase our own well-being and our own happiness. I mean, part of me and getting involved in my own happiness is making these videos so I can talk to you. For some strange reason inside me, I feel happier when I do. It makes me feel happy when I imagine that I'm out here, I'm communicating with people in the community who are interested in their own well-being. And if there's even a single one of you out there who was wishing that, oh, I wish a psychologist would just come out and actually speak the true truth about well-being, as opposed to just trying to sell products or whatever, making fake promises, false promises about how things are really easy, how you can just get rid of your depression in 2 easy steps or something like that. You know, if one of you was out there thinking, well, I just want someone who's actually sharing some real scientific, useful and effective information, well, that makes me happy that I can do that. So that's part of these clips, these YouTube clips are part of that. It's part of my own well-being too, right? I'm not sitting here suffering. I'm not sitting here thinking, oh my goodness, this is a really bad thing. This is nice for me too. And that's just like, for example, one thing that we can do. We can find an outlet for our emotions, an outlet for our creativity, an outlet for our values, an outlet for our beliefs, an outlet for how we want to communicate and stay connected in our community. Now, there are so many things that can enhance your well-being, but I don't want to sort of go through them all one by one by one. I thought to myself, well, I can just make different videos on different things that you can do, but maybe in this one, maybe today, after this video, you can just think about one thing. Just that one thing. How are you going to express yourself? Just think about that. What can you do, one thing today, where you express part of you? Where you express some part of you to somebody else. Doesn't have to be a lot of people. Are you going to make your own YouTube clip? Are you going to go out and tell somebody about you? Are you going to play an instrument? You know, I started playing guitar 3 years ago. I never thought that I'd be able to pick it up, and now I can play a tune or two. I mean, no one's ever going to come to my concert. I realize that, but I can play a tune or two now, right? So that's all it's about. It's about expression. So who can you express yourself to today just a little bit in some way, whether it's that you're going to cook for them and show them what you have inside, some love that you share with them through your cooking, or is it that you're going to tell them about something you've never told before, a secret about yourself that you've held inside for a long time? Are you going to go sing for somebody? Maybe you want to stand up and dance a little bit and show somebody how you can move those hips. Whatever it is, just think about that today and see if maybe today we can all feel a little bit happier just by doing one little thing, which is showing a little bit more of ourselves to somebody else. As per usual, I hope you like these videos. I hope you subscribe. I hope you comment. I see many more people subscribing these days, making me super happy, thinking, wow, we're actually there. Just a group of people who actually care about well-being and care about self-care and care about caring about each other, as opposed to, I don't know, just making money, just becoming global and bigger and stronger and more powerful, and forgetting what actually keeps us here as human beings, which is love. As cheesy as it sounds, that's just the truth. Love connects us. Love keeps us alive when we're little babies. Love is what drives us forward, and perhaps this is what this community can be. A community of, a community of love. Yes, I said it. It's cheesy. And if you feel like liking and subscribing and commenting because it was so cheesy, then go ahead. That's your right to do. I'll just wait for you while you do. All right. I assume you did. Either you did or you quickly texted a friend and said, there's this crazy guy out there who says that love is what we all need. What's he on about? Please have a look and see, what do you think? Tell your friends, tell your colleagues, tell your family members. We're about to start a revolution. I'll see you in the next video. Well, I flipped around the camera. Now I'm like, where do I press? There.